Hi, I'm Rushil. I'm a rising junior at Los Altos High School, and this is my final milestone video. So since my last milestone, I made a couple new upgrades to my bicycle generator project. In the last milestone is basically just like a bike which had like two motors attached to the back of it, which is basically just produced a little bit of power, which is just like a measly 0.4 volts. So since the last project, since the last milestone, I've added a couple new things. So firstly, I created a stationary bike stand, which allowed me to effectively turn my bike into a stationary bike, which involved building using wood and creating support structures and stuff like that. And it allowed me to use like my legs rather than my arms to generate power. And then I also like beefed up the motors for the bike, so it allowed me to produce from like 0.4 volts, which is what it was before. It allowed me to produce up to 3 volts at zero point 0.8 amps, which is a lot more. And then finally, also added a USB port or a soldered USB port onto the circuit system, which allowed me to like upgrade that even more because it was a step-up port and allowed me to charge some devices. So here's the demonstration. Okay. When adding in these new modifications, I encountered a lot more challenges. While creating the stationary stand, I had to actually support the entire body's weight. Secondly, for the USB step-up motor, I like learned that I swapped the two wires, which caused like the power jump from 5 volts to 0.9 volts instead of jumping from 0.9 to 5 volts. So for the motors as well, I had to optimize the motors perfectly in order to have like the perfect combination of resistance and power. Because if it was like too much resistance, then it wouldn't spin at all and generate no power. So this is my last milestone here at Bluestamp, and I don't really have a what's next for my time at Bluestamp, but like after Bluestamp, I want to add a couple new things and just like push the limits of generating power with the bike. So yeah.